Milan Luthria is a director whose work we've grown up watching, and if there's like one thing that you associate with Milan sir's work, it's style and drama. Sorry, that's two things. If there's two things you associate with Milan sir, it's style and drama.
Constantly saying that I will not do, but the lines were used to be such and the emotions used to be such that suddenly you start walking a certain way and you start talking a certain way. And there was this conflict within many times that am I being typical?
I don't know how I'll play it because I don't even think this way like ever. I've never thought about this because first time when I was asked to audition for something like that, my mind was, okay, I don't think I can pull this off.
Hello viewers, I'm Karen Pereira from ETimes and today we're taking a trip back to the 60s with the star cast of Sultan of Delhi. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
Very good.
Super excited.
Okay, so tell us, it is every actor's dream to work with director Milan. What was your reaction to bagging these roles?
As you said, it was a dream come true kind of a situation. You know, one has seen all of his films, and ever since I was a kid in school, Kache Dhage had a great impact on me. The imagery of that film I still carry with me. So, you know, when I was called to his office, when he met me and he narrated me this entire story and my character, I was thrilled because of various reasons. Top of the list was the kind of role he was giving me. It was very different from what I have done earlier in Mirzapur. And just to see that somebody like him is offering me a role which is drastically opposite to what I have done. Like, this character has color, it has flavor, it has humor, intensity, so many layers. So yeah, I mean, it was a great opportunity.
Tahir, what about you?
I was pinching myself. I couldn't believe it for 2 days because, like we've all mentioned, Milan Luthria is a director whose work we've grown up watching, and if there's like one thing that you associate with Milan sir's work, it's style and drama. Sorry, that's two things. If there's two things you associate with Milan sir, it's style and drama. And when you see the when I first read the script and found out what the part was about, it's the kind of script that lends itself to his kind of cinema and drama. And the whole idea was to have a cinematic experience on OTT. So right from the beginning, it was like the cherry on the cake. Not only were you getting Milan Luthria, but you were getting a story that was going to be a spectacle. So I couldn't have asked for more.
And you play quite a fierce character with her many shades. What was that like for you?
Very interesting. It was like a beautiful opportunity, which unfortunately I hadn't had up till now. And for me too, it was a very new experience because this was a character who's unabashedly, passionate about just reaching somewhere in life. She's power hungry almost, and not almost, she is. And she uses her sexuality to get her work done. But I had to come from a place not just because of thinking whether her sensuality or her sexuality is a virtue of hers or is she using it as a weapon against other people in a mean way. But apart from that, there are certain things that she does through the series which could be quite questionable for a person like me in order to be empathetic towards my character. So that journey wherein I had to understand her and accept her and then learn to accept my qualities in various manners and not be always kind of aligned with the way society wants us to be. Yeah. And step away and step over and above that. That was very interesting because there was a point I started to understand that I don't need to judge her at all. I don't need to make reasons for her to be a certain way. She is this way for whatever XYZ reasons, and as a woman she's not, at no point is she killing anyone. At no point is she, physically herself. People are falling for it, and if they can fall for it, she might as well use what she has in her armory to the best of her, ability, and that's absolutely fair.
And Nishant, what about you? Like you mentioned that you got this role without an audition, but what was that like, this whole surprise to this whole character?
Surprise as in, RP, initially whatever character you read and someone pictures you a certain way, say the filmmaker, like how Milan sir pictured me as RP, and he obviously offered me the part. So that's also surprising in a way that he has pictured me as this person, because for me, I am in no way near RP in terms of how I think also. I remember the first time I was offered a grey character. RP is a black character, not even a grey character. But when I was offered a grey character, my first inhibition was, I don't know how I'll play it, because I don't even think this way like ever. I've never thought about this, because first time when I was asked to audition for something like that, my mind was, okay, I don't think I can pull this off. And then obviously someone spoke to me and told me, okay, maybe you could give it a shot. And I tried it, and the thing that I was most scared about, it was the thing that I actually did the best in. So I surprised myself that time. So for this part also, when this part was offered to me, it again came as a pleasant surprise rather than a harsh one, in terms of when I was like, oh no, how this has happened or something. But obviously he could picture me as that, and it was a pleasant surprise. It's a good surprise in a way that he saw me as this person, as this character. And obviously playing RP was a big challenge, because he's quite unpredictable, relentless, you know, and extremely complex. He is, जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना कि एक नवरस होते हैं, तो हर तरह के रस हैं इस character के अंदर. So that way, I think it's a dream part for any actor, for every actor. That is RP. Yeah.
Okay.
Shringar सबसे ज़्यादा है.
Shringar. Extra.
Speaking of gangsters and the underworld and this whole arms trade, were there any, gangster movies that were your favorite growing up, and that bagging this role was like life coming around full circle for you?
Many films, but couple of films which really come top of my head is Sholay, Diwar, Dawn, Goodfellas, Godfather. Yeah, so these are the films which I have, and they are very like, if I just take an example of like Godfather and Goodfellas, they are very different from each other in terms of their tonality, in terms of their pitch and all. So yeah, these are the films. Taxi Driver is another one film which I really loved, because that film I liked mainly because it's the best character journey portrayed in a film. So these are the kind of films which stayed with me. Satya. Okay. So yeah, I mean then, and not because they are gangster films. I think I didn't identify to nahi, but I liked them because of the characters that were there in the film, and the characters which had a lot of drama, which had a lot of resistance, which had conflict. So these are the characters which really caught my interest, and those are the things which I saw in this character also, which really I loved.
Did you guys incorporate some of it into your act?
ये क्या था? ये side reaching out.
Did you guys incorporate some of it in your act?
I think subconsciously, when you've grown up watching a lot of gangster films, it's not like you consciously have that reference, but it just sort of happens without trying it. Like the minute you put on a leather jacket and someone hands you an AK-47, there is like there's automatically like three references that will come into your mind. Anjum named a bunch of the classics, but just others that I would think of as Reservoir Dogs. That was like one that was very special. Scarface, of course, and then closer to home, of course, there's Satya, Company, Once Upon a Time in Mumbai. These are all like those classic gangster films.
And yours is drastically different from these the boys. Yep. What was that like, bringing forth this character to screen and playing her in this deliciously dark way?
I know you said it. No, she's delicious. Yeah. She is. What was it like? It was very freeing. I spoke about this struggle somewhere, I don't think in this, but in some other interview, I don't remember, that sometimes I was always wondering if I'll play her in a very typical manner. Because of course, as he said, that the moment you have a leather jacket on and a gun in your hands, suddenly 5 different images pop up. The moment you dress up like that and you're told that you're a sultress, you develop a certain smile, a crooked smile, you start saying words in a certain way, almost slurring them, and you start using your eyes way too much. And this is what I was constantly saying that I will not do. But But the lines were used to be such and the emotions used to be such that suddenly you start walking a certain way and you start talking a certain way. And there was this conflict within many times that am I being typical? Am I doing it any different? Am I supposed to bring in pathos? But along with the journey of this struggle, I think I started figuring that she's just herself and I would play her like me, a part of me, and someone who's imbibing her qualities in me. So rather than lending myself to her so much so, I started imbibing her in me. And within that, I started realizing that there are a lot of things about Shankari that I love and adore. And I am probably some of those things. Not maybe in that typical mean structure way, but just as a person who can flirt and as a person who can smile without any reason and make someone feel cornered, knowing that that person is cornered and having that sense of harmless power for a second and then just letting it go. Those are interesting things that we women can do, but we don't have an opportunity to do that. We don't get to flirt how much we ever want to sometimes and just have fun. And I realized that no, I will not stop myself from doing those things anymore. I won't stop living in a certain sense sometimes. I'll allow myself that pleasure.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much. You all have been lovely and can't wait to see more.
Thank you.
Thank you.